What is up, everybody? JediRalts here, and welcome to another Top 10 video. A while back, I did my Top 10 personal favorite anime series, but today, I'm going to get a little more specific. I'm deciding to do a topic that will very likely get me a lot of flack in the comments for my shit taste. Once again, I don't care. My opinion is my own, and I'm comfortable with it. So here it is, my top 10 best girl list. And by best girl, it really boils down to favorite female anime characters, but best girl is the way to get them sweet clicks and to pander to the YouTube algorithm and all that. You know, that's what people get me searching for. So this list is limited to anime characters, and not all characters drawn in anime style. So Vocaloids and visual novel characters are off the table, at least until they get anime adaptations. Shit, I'm gonna have to remake this list later, aren't I? Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into it.
どのみち向こうはやる気だぜ。なら私が相手をする。手出ししないで。じゃあこいつを食い終わるまで待ってやる。十分よ。
Number 10. Homura Akemi, Puella Magi, Madoka Magica. You might find it a few times on this list, but a lot of these characters you can't help but just feel bad for at times. Homura is one of them. I've always been interested in the dark and mysterious characters in anime, but what makes Homura different is that she wasn't always like that. We get to see her journey from the shy and quiet girl who didn't really feel like she belonged anywhere to silent badass trying desperately, time and again, to save the one person who wanted to be her friend. Couple this with awesome powers and a fierce fighting spirit, and you've got yourself a hell of a character. Just don't pay any mind to the movie's ending, though. Fair warning.
度を越した優しさは甘さにつながるし、万有は油断になる。そしてどんな献身にも見返りなんてない。それをわきまえていなければ魔法少女は務まらない。
Number 9. Nagisa Furukawa, Clannad and After Story. Continuing right along with the I feel bad for this character train, Nagisa is the centerpiece in the tragic love story of Clannad. A girl who always seems to be ill and has failed to graduate because of it. Nagisa's story is one of hope and determination as she meets friends who help and empower her to follow her dreams. Despite the unfortunate tragedies that seem to befall her on a constant basis, she always seems to be one who can put on a smile. And it's her warm compassion in the face of constant troubles and constant hardship that put her on this list.
おい、本当に大丈夫か？
なんだか智也くんが遠く見えます。
え？
近くなりましたね。
完全に酔ってるな。
酔ってなんかいないです。
酔ってるやつはみんなそう言うんだよ。
あなたの指示に違反することはない。地球の現代技術レベルにのっとってプログラムに修正を施したいと思う。条件を対等にするだけ。許可を。
Number 8. Yuki Nagato, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. My love of sci-fi is showing again. Nagato, the alien android. She's pretty badass for someone who never shows any emotion other than stoic calmness. But beneath that blank exterior lies raw emotion that we really never get to see manifest itself. That is until the disappearance arc. The human Nagato is the embodiment of Nagato's true self, her raw, unfiltered self, and it's damn adorable. I'm so glad they made a spin-off with this character, by the way. She's fucking awesome. But both sides of Nagato are equally great. She's all-powerful and insanely intelligent, yet she's still a loyal friend to Haruhi and Kyon, even asking his permission to help them win the game against the cheating computer club. She's a fascinating character who only gets better as you see her.
好き。私はあなたのことが好き。
あ、扇風機出したんだ。暑いからね。そこで涼んでて。やると思った。絶対やると思った。
Number 7. Konata Izumi, Lucky Star. Oh boy, Konata, she's like anime personified, right down to the blue hair. Everything about her character is centered around her love for anime, manga, and games, and that's what makes her so relatable. I can see myself in Konata at times, budgeting for conventions, constantly going to the store to buy new manga, and staying up playing games when I really should be studying. She may feel one-dimensional, but often slice-of-life characters are supposed to feel that way, and it's not a bad thing. Konata's a character who isn't faltered by anything life throws at her, be it her small physique, lack of good study habits, or sometimes buying a manga you forgot you ordered online already. She's the perfect embodiment of the eccentric anime fan inside all of us.
Yeah, I know, my lack of breastiness is something that's always really bugged me. But in this game, they were saying that a flat chest was a status symbol, and how it's considered rare. And when you think about it, there's probably a demand for that kind of thing. I'm quite the valuable commodity.
今日から新しい仲間が増えるぞ。縄文時代は
Number 6. Shouko Nishimiya, Koe no Katachi. Finally! I didn't get to talk about this in my 10 favorite anime video because it's a movie, not an anime, but by God, Koe no Katachi is downright amazing. I absolutely love Nishimiya. She's a brilliant example of the tortured soul who puts on a smile despite being broken inside. Born deaf, she was bullied and harassed at a school by the movie's lead, Shoya Ishida, and after meeting him again, she shows no ill will towards him and accepts everything he tries to do to make amends. Seeing her power through her disability and make the best of everything, she's a really inspiring character all told, and possibly the one character who actually got me to shout at my screen at any point when watching something ever. And y'all who have seen this movie know exactly what part I'm talking about. But she's just an amazing character who I'm gonna have to read the manga because I want to know a lot more about this character.
Wow! Awesome! There's a lot of houses here, Daddy.
There sure is. There are stores too.
Stores, too? Whoa! So many people!
Number 5. Yatsuba Koiwai, Yatsuba. Okay, so I might be cheating here, but you know what? I don't care. Yeah, I know, Yatsuba isn't an anime. It's a manga, and will likely stay that way for the rest of time. But you know what? This is my video. I can do what I want. And you know what? Yatsuba Koiwai is the most adorable and uplifting character ever created. Straight up fact. Her antics and sense of wonder at even the smallest, most insignificant thing that we all take for granted in this world is something amazing. Everything is a new experience for her, and she takes everything in stride, wide eyes, and with a big old smile on her face. Yatsuba is a character who has never failed to get my mood up when I'm having a bad day.
Ah! Whoa, whoa! Your hands! Your hands! Don't let go of those chains! Eh? My hands? Ah! Ah! Are you okay? Scary. そうだ。影、すべての首をその中に包み込め。シャドウ。
Number 4. Sakura Kinomoto, Cardcaptor Sakura. It would make sense that the title character in my favorite anime would make it this high on my list. Sakura Kinomoto is a character who, at least for me, defined the magical girl genre. She's just a kid who stumbles into this grand destiny completely by accident. She's not really searched for like other magical girls. Everything was just thrust upon her through an accident. And you know what? She took it all in stride, and over the course of 70 plus episodes, she went from someone who could barely handle herself in a fight and was losing competitions with her rival to a skilled sorcerer who had found a complete mastery of the cloud cards and even began to surpass the power of their creators. She showed surprising maturity for an elementary schooler, and her character growth is some of the best I've ever seen in anime, which is why she's so high on this list.
汝のあるべき姿に戻れ。クローカード。
your fill of panties and boobs and stuff?
Hell no! How am I supposed to peep on the changing rooms now, huh?
There's always cool guy jamming. If I invoke it, you can peep, do whatever, and the girls won't notice you any more than the paint on the walls.
Ah! Then what are you waiting for? Invoke it! Do it, please! I'm begging you!
Number 3, Nymph, Heaven's Lost Property. Alright, this is the last time a character is on this list, partially because I feel bad for them. But then again, my love for sci-fi could also be playing a part here. I stumbled into Heaven's Lost Property completely by accident. I'm gonna blame misleading descriptions on the internet. But as I continued watching, I found that Nymph was one of the most intriguing characters in the entire show. And no, it's not just because she's the only female in the show without ginormous breasts, although it does make her stand out in a crowd. She started off as a pseudo-antagonist with a singular goal, but as the show went on and she spent more and more time with the main cast, she shed her tough exterior and showed a softer side that really stood out. She'd been told her whole life that she was useless and worthless, but to her surprise, the person she was told was her enemy turned out to be the person who would show her worth. She's had a tough life, but when push comes to shove, she's a reliable ally and a true friend.
I came here to snuggle up. So come back.
Whatever you say.
トール様と別れて。
様？何？どういうこと？
知ってる。あなたがたぶらかした。体で。寝取られ。インナーメガネ。
いや、なんか誤解してない？インなんて。
Number 2, Kanna Kamui, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Of course, the adorable Dragon Lolly has to be on this list. What'd you think I was gonna make a list and not put Kanna on it? Psh, that'd be dumb. But in all seriousness, I love Kanna's character, and I really hope we get a season 2 to expand on it a little. We went full circle with Toru's issues with her parents, but remember, Kanna was exiled by her parents, and I'd like to see what that's all about. But that aside, I love everything about Kanna, and she actually reminds me of Yotsuba at times. She sees a lot of the world with this sense of childlike wonder that's really refreshing, and despite her face not revealing much emotion, she's a really loving character who cares a lot for her friends and family. And yes, once again, she's just too damn adorable.
昆虫採集。おお。さく。
Number 1, Sanya Litvyak, Strike Witches. Every so often, you encounter a character in a show that speaks to you in a way that no other character ever has. A character that steals every scene despite not always being in the spotlight. They may not be the lead, or the character people think about when you mention the show, or even a character people have ever really heard of. But nevertheless, you feel a connection to them. For me, that character is Sanya. She doesn't even get a proper introduction until about halfway through Season 1, but after that, at least for me, she always drew my attention in a scene. She's incredibly soft-spoken and practically nocturnal. She has a beautiful singing voice and is fierce in combat with her Fliegerhammer, and to top it all off, she's got determination, something to fight for. She might not be everyone's pick, or anyone else's for that matter, but she's my pick for number 1 on this list.
Spells. She uses it to guide the transport.
No return fire.
Just as I thought. She's able to battle them before they're even visible.
And that's that, my 10 favorite female anime characters. Let me know what you thought of the list down below, and let me know who makes your top 10. I'd really love to hear it. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out my top 10 anime series video. You can hate that, you know. But that said, I'm JediRalts. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.